All right, here we go. It is a brand new day. We want to thank you for tuning in. Thanks for catching the Aired Out podcast live from the ASB Financial Studios, Fly on the Wall Productions, North Main Street in Barrie. We have a lot to get to this morning. First off, some clouds and some rain showers. That's going to be the story here for the next couple of days, and we're looking at a potential snowstorm middle part of next week. So we hope to check in with Roger Hill and get a good read on this and a good forecast here with details coming up later this afternoon. But top of the morning, hope you're doing well. We're going to jump right over to our cameras right across in Studio B, if you will, to two very handsome guys. Good morning to both of you.
Good morning.
I guess the bar is low, huh?
Just because you're here, Tom. That's all. Corporal Fleury and Tom Lozon. Christmas for kids is what we're talking about this morning. Tom, we know that you're tight for time, so we're just going to jump right in. Head first here. What a success it was this past Saturday. You guys were out there with others, good number of volunteers, in the rain, collecting cash and coins for Christmas for kids. This is, what, year number 22, I think? Something like that?
It's got to be pushing 22.
Boy, years? Yeah. Yeah, we're that old.
My God. Jeez.
It was a great day. I mean, we had a lot of fun. Thanks again to Michael Booten for organizing it and kind of pushing everyone. Michael doesn't really give you much of a choice.
Yeah.
So thank you for that, Michael. There's that saying, it takes a village. Well, in this case, it took a city. Mm-hmm. And, the people who came out and donated. And, just to be clear, Jason and his crew, they do all the work. We work hard to try to raise funds and raise money and make sure that they have the resources they need. But in terms of the work that gets done, it's all Jason and his crew and the great people who are, here today. And there's a lot more behind the scenes making all of this happen. So,
that's right.
We'll talk about wrapping.
Huge.
That's the next thing.
Yes.
They do the shopping. I don't like shopping. I'd rather get on the phone and raise money than shop. So they do all of the shopping. I don't mind wrapping. So we're going to have a wrapping party. I think that's this weekend. So we're going to ask folks to come out and, if you just want to come out and help out a little bit and you've got some wrapping skills. I have none, but I will be there anyway.
Tom, I've heard you rap. You're so talented, man. I mean,
yeah, when it comes to rapping, sure.
Album
That's why they made gift bags. Specifically for me. I drive the gift bag industry.
I have to ask, who the hell's brilliant idea was it to say, hey, let's wrap all of these gifts? I mean, usually, was it his?
It was.
It was that, and I think Michael had a little bit to do with it too. When it first started, we didn't wrap them, and then Michael, and it might have been Jeffrey Tuppergiles too, wanted to wrap.
Yeah.
And so we've been wrapping ever since, and I feel his pain. My wrapping skills like I'm wrapping up a wet cat. So it's it's fun.
Listen,
a present really needs to be wrapped.
Well,
I mean,
you're right.
It's not
True.
a present till it's wrapped. So
That's true.
we joke about it, but we're okay. We'll muddle through. We'll get those pieces of wrapping paper that are half an inch too short.
Yes.
And
just
and then you quickly wonder, I wonder if they'll notice.
Right.
And then they will notice.
They
so
will.
You kind of jolt it back
the kids
to
aren't
reality,
going
and you make it all
aren't going to
work.
be paying.
Well, listen,
any attention
I got
to
to
that.
jump this morning, but I got another check for you. If you
Thank
could drop
you.
that off to Carol, that would be great.
Awesome.
But I wanted to talk about the total. I mean, this whole city, this area just inspires me, and I've said it and said it and said it. The wonderful thing about living in Barrie, and, having been mayor for years, I would talk to other mayors about other communities and things they do there. The one thing about Barrie, if people need help, you get it.
Yeah.
And even people who really maybe shouldn't be giving, they give anyway.
I know.
They give what they can, and I can't tell you how many people went by, and drop some money, drop some coins, drop some dollars, and right after doing that, they said, "I wish I could do more," and absolutely no apologies necessary. We all do what we can.
And there were a few repeat offenders that were coming back through.
Oh, they would.
Yeah.
They would. They'd come back and they'd say, "Well, you got me the other way, but I want to give again." So, I'm just it's one of the things that really makes me proud to live here is that when people need help, you get it. You get the help. So we got a lot of help this year. So
shout out
here is our Here is our total this year. $9,101.77. So that's how much we managed to raise through.
Wow.
We had some generous individual and corporate sponsors, and we'll be listing those on social media in the coming days. And then, of course, we collected over $3,000 at our coin drop. It was a little wet. It was a little soggy. Took Michael a couple of days to dry the money out. And thank you to Community National Bank again for letting us use their coin sorting machine and for exchanging all of those coins and dollars into a check. We really appreciate that too. And Jason and crew, we appreciate you. We do. We appreciate all of you. Because
Jason, you surprised by this number?
I'm astonished. It's very humbling to know that this will keep the program going, for sure. I can't say enough for all the help from the community, especially from also the council being out there. There was a wonderful showing from the council.
Yeah,
that was great to see. Tom has been a huge supporter, and he's worked his magic many times for this program, and I'm in forever his debt for that to keep it going.
Look, it's not me, It's Barry. All you have to do is ask, and it's really not that hard. We raise thousands of dollars. I just get on the phone, and there are people who have and businesses and entities in Central Vermont who have always supported the program. So thank you for being so kind. But it's not me. It's this wonderful city that we live in, and it really is. It's just an incredible feeling to be able to help people. We're all very fortunate, and you don't have to look very hard to find something great in your life, and some people have to look a little harder. So we're just going to be there to help them out. That's all.
I love the fact that this is so organic, this is so grassroots, that it all stays right here in our immediate community. This isn't some big national fundraiser.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't help that it doesn't hurt rather that the lead guy is a badge. That makes it a little easier to raise money.
This is true. Unbelievable. 22 years that we've been doing this for our community, making sure, like you say, Tom, that no kid goes without a Christmas, and every kid deserves a Christmas.
Well,
every kid.
You'd be surprised how many people are too proud to ask. So, the wonderful thing about the connection with the elementary school and with Jason is that our educators notice things, and they may notice a family, and they know that family may need a little bit of help, but they're a little, they're too proud to ask. Sure. And so that gives them and Jason the ability to discreetly contact them and say, look, there's a lot of people who care, and we just want to help if we can. So we're going to have a great time, delivering those gifts. We're not going to have a great time wrapping those gifts. So if you're listening, and it'll be on social media, we're going to have a little wrapping party. Just stop down, wrap a few gifts, spare me the pain, please.
Do we know when and where on that? Not yet.
Well, it's always up at Alumni Hall.
It's going to be Alumni Hall. Some people, Renita's Foundation, Helping Hands.
Yes.
Has been helping out, so we got some of the wrapping done, but there's going to be more.
Okay.
They were talking this weekend of wrapping, which will happen. I haven't firmed up the times it would be, but Katie and I are going to go see Greta Van Fleet down in Atlantic City. So we're gonna be. This will be the third and fourth time that we've seen him this year.
Nice.
So
that's very much a favorite of mine.
Well, it's probably we're heading out.
I'm going to check my mailbox and see if my invitation is in there.
Hey, listen, I got to jump. I know you've
Tom,
got a lot of important things to talk about. So thank you
very much.
Thank you again.
And if I don't get down there, make sure that all the council knows that I'm greatly appreciated for all their help.
They'll know. They do know. It's all good. Have a great day, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks.
And Jason, please introduce these two ladies that are sitting right next to me, if you
So,
would.
my daughter in the blue sweatshirt there, or sweater there, is Katie Fleury, and next to her is Jen Carbonneau, and she is a coworker of mine at Berry City Elementary and Middle School, and who also helps me with this program to find the kids that are in need.
Ladies, are you surprised by this number?
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
It's huge.
Amazing.
I mean, I was expecting a little bit more than the three,
Yeah.
but nowhere near $9,000. I mean, this is like
It's absolutely insane, which
Heartwarming.
is good.
staggering. I mean, this is just unbelievable. What do you, Jen, Katie? What do you guys do? I know, Jen, you're up at Berry City School.
Yeah, I work in the front office, Berry
Okay.
City School.
So what do you do? How are you involved with this? What's your story? How'd you get in with Christmas for Kids?
So, Jason actually came to me and asked me if I wanted to help this year, which is so heartwarming for me. Beyond thankful to help. Growing up, I was kind of that kid who got the extra help. So any way that I can give back
Wow.
just warms my heart. I feel like I have a great relationship with all the Berry City kids. I know them all very well. So it was easy to, call out to those parents and see who would accept the help from us. And, just talking to them and so thankful. They were so thankful that we had reached out to help.
Do you see a lot of pride in I hate to say the word embarrassment, but do you see a little bit of reluctance to?
I do. I absolutely do. And I think that, honestly, not to sound sappy, but my backstory, I always kind of say don't ever be embarrassed and don't ever be ashamed, because at one point in my life, that was me and my siblings, and now it's my turn to help our community and help everybody else. So, they are sometimes a little embarrassed, but still so thankful for us.
I was having a conversation with someone last night about how this situation that the whole nation is in, call it inflation, call it a recession, call it what you will, has crossed into and affected many other sectors, but many other, for lack of a better term, classes of folks. Middle class is everyone is feeling the pinch everywhere, not just
agree.
at the pump, but at the grocery store, heating, fuel, medications, taking care of our pets, taking care of our cars. I mean, the list, our homes, the list goes on and on and on. So to have anything extra in the pocket for Christmas is and can be really challenging. So
I agree.
I 100% agree. Just the oil itself, this time of year costs you $1,000 to get your oil filled for maybe a month or two or whatever it might last, and not have that. And you have to weigh: do I buy Christmas presents or do I heat my house?
yeah, right.
Right.
So
Sure.
it's crazy how things have gone up.
It absolutely is. Katie, tell us about what a rock star your dad is.
Oh, he's an amazing person. I'm very blessed to have him as my dad, as my concert buddy, as a community member.
It's awesome.
He's amazing.
So literally, how old are you?
I'm 23.
All right. So how did this? So she was an infant when this all.
She ever since I can remember, probably since she can walk, she's been involved delivering with me. At the time there when we first started, I was sort of the person underneath the person that ran the program. It was at the time it was either Sam Hill or Dennis Menard or Trevor Whipple, and we delivered toys and stuff like that. And Katie would hop into the cruiser and we'd go out, and sometimes we ended up having to do a car stop in the way because somebody did something in front of us that I had to stop, and so she's been through me through everything for that.
Michael Booton is asking for a repeat of the total figure here. I think it was
$9,101.77, something like that.
9101.71. Is
Yeah.
that what you have?
Oh, it's 77.
77. All right.
And a house key. If somebody's missing a house key, Michael Booton said there was a house key in there too.
Are you
Yes.
serious?
Yeah.
So I don't know if somebody gave us a house too on top of it, or if they're missing
That'd
a
be
house
great.
key.
You don't know.
The housing market right now?
Yes, the housing market. You might have to go around and start checking some
Checking
lots.
some doors and
Check
find
doors.
out. Yeah.
My goodness. I mean, so literally, this is and has been your annual tradition your whole
Yeah.
life.
Yep. I absolutely love doing it. I love being behind the scenes and shopping. It's definitely my favorite part, as
Yeah,
well as
me too.
delivering.
Me too.
Yeah. So do you guys do that together? Are you
Yeah.
the shoppers?
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow. So do you work off a list?
Yes.
Okay.
We
So
get
there
a-
is somewhat of a wish list.
Yeah, so when I talk to the families, I always ask them, what are some needs that your kids want? What do they need? And it can be anything from socks to shoes to sheets for their bed.
Yeah.
And what is their wants? Like what do they really want this year? What's their favorite color? And then I will jot all that down, and we'll take that list with us to the stores. And if we can't find everything at one store, we'll go to another store, finish up the list. But it just feels so good. And actually, we're doing some shopping tonight, and I have to say, like, as a parent, I'm so excited. I'm going to bring my daughter, who's 11, because it's just a great lesson for them too. Like my family is well aware, like I'm busy, I'm
Absolutely.
helping our community, and they love it. So like I want to involve her so that she's like, she can see the good in helping others.
Yeah. So important.
Yeah.
So important. So how long does it take you, ladies, to do all of this shopping?
A long time.
We started beginning of November this year.
And sometimes we're out till 10, 11.
11 o'clock. Yeah. Yeah. It gets crazy.
And we're tired the next day.
Yeah.
Sore.
But we've made a difference. And
And generally,
it's about.
ladies like to, not to stereotype here, but ladies like to shop.
I love to shop.
I pushed the shopping cart. And,
Jason just listens to what we tell him.
Yep.
He pushes the carts, gets us new ones.
Oh, he comes along.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yep. And I help load them in the cars and bring them back and bring them to Alumni Hall.
And this old fella can keep up with you too?
Well, he's good.
Yeah.
Does he get limping at the end of the day?
Pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah.
He
And usually
He's
it's
great.
It's a hoot and a laugh, and
Oh, we do laugh a lot.
It's a lot of fun.
get a
people
couple
know it that
dirty
we're there.
looks at us,
I'm
and then
sure.
we're thinking what's going on. But
What's going on with all these?
well, I mean, you're talking. I try to stay local, but obviously, the amount we do have to go some other places, and Kohl's has been really good to us, and so hasn't Walmart. But when you get like six carts of stuff going through at once, and you got the only person that's running the
The only
register at the
register open.
time, and you start to get the dirty looks a little bit until they open another register up. But
Wow.
yeah,
These. Who are these three filthy rich people?
yeah.
Yeah, right.
My God. And you do all your shopping locally.
We try to. I mean, we do as much as I can, but obviously the amount that some of the stuff we just can't.
Of
I mean,
course.
but we do try to stay local as much as we can.
Do you ever get any kind of bizarre requests from kids that are hoping for something that's a little far out?
Yeah, I think we do.
Yeah.
And sometimes that's the thing is we can't meet every wish, but we do our best and we make sure they have everything else on their list that we can get them. But it's hard. I feel like when they say like, oh, I'd like a PlayStation 5 or like that's, we really would love to and we wished we could,
Yeah.
but sometimes we can't meet every need, but
Sure.
we really try. And
You try to get the needs
right.
ahead of the
Always
wants.
the needs. Yes, of course. Of
And
course.
but it's not bizarre, but kind of a different request is and especially this year it's not for toys. It was for bed sheets.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean,
That was
because
on some wants.
A
that
lot
was
of
on a wants
bedding.
because they had their bedroom didn't have any bed sheets,
Sheets and
and they were
blankets.
sleeping on a mattress, and that's what they asked for. It wasn't toys, it was bed sheets.
And that hurts my heart. I mean, these
Yeah.
kids should be wanting things like Transformers and Barbies, but
Yeah, sure.
instead they're, their want. Like I say, pick one thing you want, and when they tell me bed sheets or blankets, which you would be floored the amount of kids who did that, it breaks my heart.
Yeah.
But of course, some of them will put. I had one that put bed sheets and a basketball. That was it. So that's when we're like, okay, what else can we do for this little boy? And that's, I think, a good, where I come in. I know the families well. I know the kids pretty good, so I can say okay, listen, I think that he likes, or I see him playing with, Pokemon or Magic cards or whatever it is, and then we can, give them that extra little surprise.
Sure. This wrapping event, you're inviting the public to help out with that, or not necessarily?
That Tom, I guess, was mentioning it.
Okay.
I mean, I'd reach out to them. I mean, I don't.
reach out to-
I'd have to ask what time they're going to be doing that.
Maybe hit Renita up for that.
Right. Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
Renita would know, and Coles has been helping us wrap too. So we have some of it caught up a little bit, but
Yeah.
But we definitely going shop tonight. There'll be stuff to wrap.
And you're buying, I'm guessing, tons of wrapping paper somewhere.
Yeah, so I actually reached out to our community, and I had said, on my personal Facebook page, if there's anybody who is willing to donate bags or wrapping paper or tissue paper, tags or
Tape.
Yep, any of that. And we did have some dropped off at Barrie City School. We're still accepting donations for that. I mean, even if we have an overabundance, we can use it next year. But I did have some families, and that's where some of these parents I spoke to and said, what can we do to help your kids? They gave me a list, but then in return they say to me, what can I do for you? And I say something, and I'm like, well, really, there's nothing, but if you really bring us a roll of wrapping paper, and they're, they do it, and they're so thankful. And I saw a lot of those families in our coin drive, a lot of those families that I know that we're giving to. They don't have a lot to give, but they stopped at our coin drive. They gave money,
Amazing to me.
and they don't have a lot, but they give what they can. And that's what makes this so special, because in return, we're able to help them.
Well, we talk about the power of numbers.
Yeah.
When enough people turn out and give a little, the results can be really profound.
Absolutely.
And they are. Over $3,000 just in the coin drop alone. And we have a total this morning of $9,101.77 in a matter of
4 hours.
a couple of hours.
Yeah.
Wow. And a lot of legwork and logistics and volunteer help leading up to this, but still, from a collection standpoint, we're talking about a couple of hours.
Mm-hmm.
This community is just absolutely freaking amazing.
They're
Incredible.
absolutely
I agree.
very
It is.
giving.
And everyone was so happy to help. I mean, they would roll their window down and they would thank us and, for all that we do. And it feels so good.
Yeah, it sure does. You're going to let me know what the next plan is here after the wrapping. I'd love to just keep us up to speed here.
Yeah, I can. The tentative date that's going to be delivery day is the 21st, which happens to be a Tuesday.
Okay.
So normally what we do is there's a small group that come by the odd during the day for a couple hours and might pick some up, but a majority are going to be delivered by the police department, myself, the chief, a couple of the patrol people want to do it, and we're going to deliver. And if for some reason we deliver and it starts getting really late in the night, then school's out. The next days I'll be at the police department. I'll be delivering the rest of the stuff from those days forward.
So you you just basically have a running list of addresses and you're just delivering.
Yeah, well, that'll be the next thing that we'll do is after the wrapping's done, is I'll break it up into sectors, like this part of town, Camp Street area,
Yeah.
and put those gifts into one area, and then do another area.
What a
And
lot of this is a lot of work.
when we get back the following week, it'll be mine and Katie's life probably for the next week and a half, probably.
And on Christmas morning, you have your own family. You have your own.
wants adult scissors.
Adult scissors. Yes, thank you, Renita.
She doesn't like the kitchen ones that we had. We had some
We
kitchen
have
ones.
a multitude of scissors,
Okay.
and a lot of them are children's
Okay.
scissors.
All right. We need adult-sized scissors. Thank you. But on Christmas morning, though, you have your own family that you're in your own private time that you're celebrating the holidays. It's got to cross your mind on Christmas morning, outside of your own family. What's happening
Definitely.
in and around Central Vermont? How many kids are opening a gift that originated with you guys?
Yeah, it's heartwarming on that, and also when we come back to school,
Yeah.
and then they're wearing the clothes that we got.
And they like come strutting through the front to enter school, and they're like so proud of, you know, this Nike sweatshirt that maybe they couldn't afford, and, you know, they're like everyone else now, and, you know, their new backpacks and their new boots, and they're just so happy, and it makes us so happy to see that, to see them coming in like with all this cheer and knowing that we helped with that.
Yeah, that's the best part. Right?
It's, I
Absolutely.
agree. We were saying that is the best.
$9,101.77 in a matter of just a couple of hours.
Yeah.
Just incredible. I mean, obviously, we say thank you to the three of you and to Mr. Tom Lozon, who was just in here a minute ago, who presented you with a check. Corporal Fleury. It's just... but thanks really mostly to our community, because no matter how hard you guys work, if the community doesn't step up, then this isn't going to happen. They're the backbone. They're the meat of this.
I agree.
It's 100% true. If it wasn't for everybody out there that gave and is still thinking about donating, if it didn't happen, if it didn't come through, we couldn't have a quarter of what we've got right now. And I want to say that there's close to 80 families in going, and probably clipping up along between 125 to 150 kids that have been done so far. And again, we're still shopping for some still. So the need's here. There's no doubt of that.
And we have all the people who, you know, aren't really recognized, who reach out to us at school and say, hey, what can I do? Is there a family I can take?
Sure. Sure.
And that, you know, gives us the availability to grab another family that maybe didn't make the list that year, that might need help.
Yeah.
And that we're so thankful for too.
Yeah, we definitely had a couple community members that reached out and took a number of kids to help out.
I
with us
have
too.
one in particular that I would like to give a little shout out to is, you know, she doesn't live in Vermont actually, but she is coming, she grew up in this area. She's coming up December 8th to deliver gifts to our school, and she has taken 10 plus kids. And she has gotten them everything and more on their list. She already made one delivery happen, which was very special, for a family who didn't even have snow gear for this year. So the first snowstorm we had a few weeks ago, by the end of the school day that day, she had talked to someone else that lives in this area, and they had brought 2 big bags of brand new snow gear, boots, clothes, everything for this little girl, not even counting the Christmas gifts that they're providing for this family. Wow. So we're beyond thankful for, our community members and people who have reached out and just helped us.
I'm just being told the donor box also has $213.80 in it, and that
Yes.
that donor box is still open and active. Where is that?
I did see it on the Berry Partnership
Yeah, and
page,
it's
Facebook
not
page.
aired out, and it's on Berry City Community.
All right, so we have it on the Berry City Community Facebook page.
I've shared it on my personal Facebook page.
Okay, and we also have it on the Aired Out page as
Okay.
well. So that's impressive.
That's wonderful too.
We're still adding numbers here. Incredible. Thank you both. Thank you all, three of you, and Tom Lozon and the rest of our community for doing this year after year after year. And probably safe to say, Corporal, that your daughter's going to be carrying the baton here after you're no longer with us. I would guess.
I would guess even as I say that I've been with Barry for 32 years. So
Wow.
You never know. You have me for at least another 3.
Good.
But I would never leave this community before that. I don't see. I always put the string out saying, okay, I'm at 55. This is where I'm leaving. But I probably I say it now, but when 55 comes, I'll still be here at 65. Who knows?
But this is the generation, and what
Yeah.
what you've instilled in your daughter will carry on and become part of your legacy and the legacy of our community.
I will most definitely, before I do anything, make sure that I have somebody to step into my shoes with my, as a police officer, and I'm sure my daughter and I will still have something to do with the Christmas for Kids program, even if I'm not here.
It's fantastic. Thank you all so much. We appreciate
Thank you.
Thank you.
And we love you. And Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.